here it is, another video for me, for you, from me. So, I really want to kick back over to talking about manifesting things with your mind and just believing in something happening without really knowing the way in which it's going to happen. Yeah, imagining things happening in your mind and then they just happen. Crazy, right? So the other day I'm in the kitchen. I don't know if some of you watched my video from yesterday, and my son, who's 4, I thought to myself, I'm going to manifest a vacuum. And I was like, a vacuum's coming in the mail. And he was like, no, it's not. So I was like, excuse me? He's like, no, you're going to buy it. And I was like, I'm not buying the vacuum. It's coming in the mail. And now, when he did this, you would have thought, like, probably an average person would have been like, yeah, I do have to buy it. And I was like, no, I am not buying this vacuum. A vacuum is coming in the mail. And I knew that there was a vacuum coming in the mail. So about, 20 minutes later, I get a text on my phone from my friend telling me that this is coming in the mail. And I was like looking at it's a vacuum, and it was a dustpan. And I was just like, oh, wow. Now, I wasn't that shocked because I'm pretty good at manifesting and lots of things can happen real fast. But the crazy part is the next events that happen, okay? So if you've been watching, you know that when I fall into sort of negative thought, I just go, oh, checks are coming in the mail, checks coming in the mail, checks are coming in the mail. And I have also had this desire to want to get my son and daughter a bunk bed for the new apartment, because literally we just came here with 2 luggage bags, and that was basically it. And I was talking to one of my friends, and she was looking at the apartment, and she was like, oh, well, what do you need? And I said, I'm not against receiving. Like, I love receiving because I'm very much so a giver, and I know that if you're going to give, you have to leave that space open to receive. And I said, you don't have to send me anything. If you want to send me something, that's fine. But like, I wasn't going to pick anything that I wanted, and I didn't really make it very clear what I should have sent or what she should do. So I go to bed and I'm thinking about this bunk bed that I want to get the kids. And, I thought, I'm not actually going to go and get this. It's just going to show up. It's just going to come in the mail. I mean, the vacuum's just coming in the mail. Why not this? Now, I know if you're watching, you're probably pretty skeptical, but I have proof. I have text messages full of proof. And I wouldn't lie about this. This isn't fun for me to make up this story. This is actual pure bliss and joy right now for me to share this with you, okay? So I get a text from her earlier today with a screenshot that she had ordered me a bunk bed for their room, 2 mattresses, and bedding for my daughter and my son. Now, I was completely blown away. Like, maybe in my imagination I imagined a bunk bed coming, but I did not imagine the entire room being just done without any effort on my part, other than the thought, other than the kindness that I have had with my friend Jessica, thank you, for the last, I don't even know, we've known each other since we were 6. That's a lot of math for me to handle, but it's been a long time. And right after that moment happened, I got another knock on the door. And I go, and there's a box. And I open up the box, and it's a few things being sent from Massachusetts to me. And inside of that, can you imagine what it is a check. Checks are coming in the mail. All right. So I'm still a little bit like loving it because it's great, because since I've gotten here into Florida and I've put all of these negative energies that were kind of surrounding me and let go of a lot of thoughts that weren't serving me, things just seem to happen so much faster and signs seem to come to me so much quicker. So the other day, one of my friends sends me a Snapchat of a picture of me from my high school yearbook, okay? I haven't seen this picture probably since my high school yearbook. And I thought it was a little bit strange because then I started thinking about where my yearbook was and how I've kind of lost it along the journey, but I bet it would show up to me somehow, some way. Like, my yearbook will find its way back to me. I'm not sure where it is, but it's got to be somewhere. And then like 7 hours later, another friend sends me the same picture of me in the yearbook and is like, oh, I'm looking at my yearbook. And I'm just like, what? Like, weird, right? Weird. Come on, weird. what are the odds? And neither one of them like know each other well, or they're not close to where they were sitting together looking at the yearbook. No, that wasn't happening. So I have a lot of these synchronicities that happen, and I ask for lots of signs, and they come to me, and I sit down and I put a lot of my thought into something, and I focus on my intention, and I want to share it with other people because I want to let you know that I'm not the only person who can sit around and think about something and have it happen. And I also want to make it very clear that it's not the thought, okay? It's the feeling that is there along with the thought. So if I was to sit and think, how am I going to get the bunk bed? What am I going to do? How do I get it? How do I figure out a way to get these bunk beds? Okay, I can go online, order them, search. I didn't want to play that game. I wanted to play the game where I was just going to sit back and watch it flow to me. Now, sometimes I get the nudge to take inspired action, and something will say like, I have my own inner knowings, my own inner feelings, my own inner guidance, and so do you, and yours may guide you in a different way, in a different direction than mine does, but I know certain things, and I love that. I have an extremely strong intuition, which I also love, and my beliefs that I've managed to alter have created absolutely amazing things for me. So, if you're still a skeptic and you don't believe me, that's totally fine, because I'm sure I'll be back here in a small amount of time to prove to you even more phenomenal things that come into my existence based on my thinking patterns and just my core belief, like the way I feel about something when I think about it. This is happening. It has to. I thought it. It feels good. This is happening. So I wanted to share that. I feel so excited. I have so much gratitude. And just because one person, there's a law of reciprocity. And I know that what I do is put out good vibes and energy, and I'm kind and I'm loving, and I am too giving. But just because Jessica gave me something does not mean that I necessarily have to return it to Jessica. I will pay it forward. And I have done that. There have been moments, and even moments when I really wasn't even in the position, like on a piece of paper, to be giving as much as I was giving. I was still giving. I was giving whatever I could give, because I know that giving opens up space for receiving. And I wanted to be able to give wealth in order to get wealth, and I would give love in order to receive love. And I would give forgiveness because I want to be forgiven. And so with all of this being said, it has been a fantastic day. I've written it down. It's one for the books, all right? It totally is one for the books. Checks coming in the mail. Just tell yourself that. See where it gets you. Again, if you need anything, you're just a friend, someone to talk to, you know where to find me. You can message me. You can... Oh, and everybody else who keeps sending me friend requests, and your dudes, and you keep sending me private messages, please stop. I'm not making these videos for a dating site. I'm not looking for a man. I'm extremely content. So I would love it if those would stop. I'm open to like the kindness, but I really don't need any more of the unwanted photos. So we are still going forward with the conversation on March 10th at 7 p.m. Standard Eastern Time. That doesn't mean that it's only on the East Coast. Anyone can join. If you want a direct link, please send me a message. I'm happy to have a conversation. I'm looking forward to it. And I hope this video made you somewhat of a believer. I hope, hopefully Jessica will go ahead and comment, and it's the strangest thing about humans is they literally need to see it in order to believe it. And then even when I show you proof, there's still all of these skeptics who don't believe me. Like what would be my intention to try to get one over on anybody of showing you that you're amazing and you can create the life you want just by having good feeling thoughts? Yeah, no, I don't really have time for that. So I am going to keep this video about here, because again, it's getting a little to that place. And I really look forward to having a conversation with everybody who wants to tune in. Enjoy the journey, and I'll be back tomorrow.